We're live. Hello, Donna and Cheryl. With a guest today, we got Lisa in the house.
Hi.
So we are really keeping it real. Cheryl always does this really good keeping it real. I look ridiculous. Keeping it real. On a Thursday lunchtime with the beautiful Lisa Johnson. This is the first time we've done this. How is that possible?
It is a bit weird, isn't it? We've known each other ages now.
Clearly needed to get our act together. So when you join us, as you join us, just say hi in comments. Let us know that you're here. And if you're watching back on replay, comment as if it's live. We really want to hear your opinion and hear your questions. And anything you got to ask, still ask us and we will answer you. Don't worry, okay? But we had to get you on. Like, this is a really exciting week. We've got your challenge, Race to Recurring Revenue, going on at the minute, which I can't wait to ask you about. Is it going well?
Yeah, it's going really well. I think we've got 7,500 people actively doing the challenge right now.
Wow. I mean, it's insane. Like, even you must be sitting going,
oh yeah. It's insane. But every time I do it, like we did it last year and it was insane then, and it always goes up a notch and it always blows my mind a little bit more, like every time.
When you for the first time, Lisa, how many was in the challenge for the first time?
400, I reckon.
Wow.
300, 400. Yeah. We all start somewhere, don't we?
Well, we do. That's what I love. Like, one of the reasons we just adore you, like, we're so lucky that we're in a mastermind with you, but we saw you originally, our gorgeous Joe Swan introduced us at the event in March last year for International Women's Day, which we poodled along to. So, we'll see what's going on here. We met Abigail in the flesh for the first time, who's currently, God love her, ripping her hair out, getting with to publish her book and getting with to do things on time. We're behind schedule. And then we met you and we were just blown away, like, just by the simplicity, by your story, which I want you just to share a little bit of, but just like how real you were. You were like a coach who was just real, not this airbrush fancy schmancy, like untouchable. We just loved it. We were like sat in that room going, holy shit, this woman's just like us. I mean, you don't swear. You're good at the non-swearing. We're swearers. But that's okay. We'll let you off.
I try and be good because I always know people have got kids around. Because I've got like 9-year-old twins. Whenever I'm listening to something, I'm always a bit like, is this person going to swear or not? Because my kids are in the room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. But so a lot of our audience, because we've never spoken live with you before, might not know a bit about your story and like what in our eyes makes you super special. So could you just tell the guys just a little bit about like how you've gone from there to there and what there to there is?
Yeah. So I started this business 4 years ago, and I did that because if we go back a little bit, I grew up in like council housing and never really had any money, and I was bullied for being poor pretty much my whole life. And then I got pregnant I did okay, I like climbed a corporate ladder from £35 an hour office junior all the way up to like risk analyst in Canary Wharf. So I'd done all right, but then I got pregnant with twins. And so knew that I went back to work at 5 months old. No chance I was carrying on doing working how I was before. So I went and started a business as a wedding planner, made every mistake under the sun that you can make because I didn't know anything about business. Didn't even know anyone that had a business, like I was just winging it. And then eventually realized I was like 30 grand in debt because this business was draining me, and that the only way to get out of it was to get a business coach, which is going to cost me even more money. But I did anyway, because I was like, I've got to make it non-negotiable that I'm going to make this work. So I paid this 5K for this business coach. She taught me all the business basics. And I started to become one of those people that read all the books and like a proper self-development junkie. Like I realized that changed my life really. And so then I turned that business around, and that business, Carmela Weddings, started going really, really well. And over a period of about 2 or 3 years, people started asking me, like, how have you made this business a success? So organically, I just started like teaching them all the things I'd learned from all these different places and like, we'll try this and this, and in a non-jargon way, because I think that people complicate business and business isn't complicated. And they started making a load of money. And so then like 4 years ago, I was like, I'll give the wedding business away and I'll start a consultancy business. And I started Lisa Johnson. At the time, it was called Lisa Johnson Coaching, but I realized I wasn't really a traditional coach. And so that kind of set me off on this path 4 years ago where I started to I made 6 figures in the first 6 months and like 220K in the first year. And it was like mind blowing, But people were saying after that first year how successful I was, and I wasn't feeling it because I was working from 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night with these one-to-one clients, and I wasn't seeing my kids, and I was really stressed with all these clients. So I thought there needs to be another way. So I started looking for other ways of working, other business models, and found all these different types of passive income streams, and realized that I could create my own, and started adding in different business streams into mine, giving up all the one-to-ones. And at the end of year one, I was working 80 hours a week and making 220,000. At the end of year two, I was working 30 hours a month and making over $1 million. And now I'm at like 3 million a year, and it's crazy, and we're in year 4. But I don't work any more than I did then. I'm still working 30 hours a month. And for me, that's what it's about. And so then people started asking me, how the hell have you got this lifestyle? Like on Instagram stories, you're always traveling around the world with your twins. And I said, because I make recurring revenue, passive income. And I developed this system, trademarked this system called the cash system, that I then started teaching other people how to do it. And in the last 2 years, I've had thousands of people that I've taught how to make passive income and change their entire lives. So for me, that's like what it's about.
But this is what, like, for us jumping out when we saw you speaking, is that you tell people what that is. Like I was like, when we first started this business, I don't know what I could do. We're like 3 years ago tomorrow, we launched the business, like officially. So it's our birthday tomorrow. And yeah, you said you're reading these courses, you're going online. Cheryl was like, at one point, if you buy one more online course, but you do these webinars and you take part in challenges. But I was still like, I still don't know what to actually do.
Yeah, I had that problem. And my biggest problem was when I decided I wanted to learn how to make passive income and recurring revenue and have a different way of doing things, I did a course on how to create courses. And then I was like, great, I've done that. And it was like, but you haven't got an audience. Oh, I'll do a course on how to build an audience. Oh, I'll do a course on how to launch them, all these things. And I got annoyed with it all. And so after I did it all, that's why I created my one-to-many program, because I was like, I'm going to make something where no one has to be gaslit into doing another course after another course after another course. Yeah. It's all going to be there, all the information that someone needs to be able to do this. And that's why it's so successful, I think.
Absolutely. So we were like your clients last year, do Lisa's one-to-many, because then you won't need to do all of these other things. And why we're such big advocates of it this year. We partnered with you this year. Like, we're so proud to do that because we see the benefits from people that we know and work with of what it's actually done for the business, and they're earning a ton of money, and it's not about the money. We say this all the time. It's the freedom that then gives you to spend time with your family, to travel, because we're the same as you. Like, there's no point leaving corporate if you're then going to work 60, 80 hours a week.
Yeah, like, you don't start a business to have less freedom. Ever. No. And yet most of us do have less freedom when we start that business because we haven't got the business model right. But it's hard because no one teaches you about the business model. Like, you start your business and you fall into just getting clients and doing whatever it is you do, one-to-one work. And then all of a sudden you're like, this isn't really the life that I wanted.
I signed up for when I saw those Instagram photos of people sitting with a laptop in Hawaii.
Yeah, which never happens, by the way, because it's so annoying taking a laptop on a beach.
I said to Cheryl when we were away with the girls, this beautiful remote lake house, I was like, just take the laptop in case. I mean, the answer was not polite that I got back. I was like, she's like, I'll take it, but I'm leaving it in the car.
Yeah, don't need it.
No.
The other thing that for us was very special about with you was how open you are about anxiety, imposter syndrome. And you're not sitting going, oh, look at me, I've cracked the code. It's like, no, I'm running a business and I have anxiety and imposter syndrome. It's like, and that's a big message for the women in our community, because you don't wait till one ends to start the other, right?
No, it's really normal to be anxious. And I always think with imposter syndrome, of course you have it. You're doing something new. Like, we're not made to just be completely confident always in everything we do. So like anytime we do something new, anytime something pushes us or brings us out of the comfort zone that we're normally in, we're going to feel that. We're going to feel, and I'm a diagnosed, anxiety sufferer. So I suffer with anxiety all the time, but it can't stop you doing things unless you let it. You can feel anxious and you can feel that sort of fear, and I feel fear all the time, but you just don't allow it to be the loudest voice in your head. You acknowledge that fear is there, that imposter syndrome is there, but that you're not going to allow it to be the loudest voice. The loudest voice is going to be that one that you want to change your life with.
Yes.
And push on with it, and never expect to be perfect. Like, nothing has to be perfect. Nothing I've done is ever perfect. Like I do something, I learn from it, I grow it to be a bit better, I learn from it. Like you constantly learn the whole time. And I've failed as much as the next person. You know, I've put courses out there that haven't worked. I've done all of those kind of things because it's the resilience that's going to get you there of failing, not you just being perfect, which isn't a thing anyway. If you're seeing anyone online that looks as if their life is like sorted, no one's got their shit together.
No. And if they say they have, don't believe them. Don't buy from them.
Exactly, because that's why they're pretending that they haven't.
Yeah, it's not real.
But you said that this morning, didn't you? You said like on your live within the challenge this morning, I put courses out there. The Felix our Laughter message, we tell our clients the first one, tumble, we paid for adverts and everything and didn't sell it. And we were like, oh, okay, we'll just take it off the internet.
Yeah, you just quietly take it away. But like you learn, don't you? There was something when you did that first one that you were like, the curiosity of, well, what if I did it this way? Or what if I changed this? And you tweak it and then it works.
Yes.
And it's only the people that give up at that stage and go, well, it didn't work, that is a real failing. Like it's not a failing if you're going to tweak it and try again.
100%. And then with you posted something on your Instagram the other week. I reposted it on ours because it was about stop just rewriting new things. It's like you didn't wake up one day and all of a sudden have 10,000 people signed up to your challenge. You started off with hundreds and it's gained momentum, hasn't it?
Yeah, gains momentum. But that momentum comes from consistency. That's all. It doesn't come from me being better than anyone else. It doesn't come from me having a special skill that you don't have. It comes from me doing the same thing over and over again. The bits that make you rich in business are the unsexy bits, not the sexy bits.
Yeah, not the consistency. It might not be sexy, but it does what it says on the tin. I've just got some Mimi, just as Lisa's day 4, my mind is so full with ideas. It was a really good one this morning. And this is the thing, guys, even if you haven't signed up to Lisa's challenge, and I'll give you the link in a second, you can still sign up because it's about half an hour, 40 minutes a day. You've been live, isn't it, since Monday? You could do it over the weekend, but the really big coming is the brilliant masterclass that you do on the Monday, isn't it? That's going to be amazing.
Loads of people do that. Loads of people come in on the Saturday and just go, right, I'm going to get all 4 days done because they want to win the prizes, which are like things like Mulberry purses and £150 restaurant vouchers. So people are like, I'm just going to do all 4. And they do. They get it all done.
It's amazing. Energy is electric, so inspiring. Oh, thank you, Lucy. And I know Lucy's one of our new clients and she's also in your challenge, which is amazing. Love this. Last year, loved it. It's so good. Hi, Lorna. It's good to see you. What a boss trio. 100%. Keeping it real for you, Beth, though. So tell the guys a little bit about like what's like Monday. So if they haven't wanted to do a challenge, some people don't want to come for a whole week. They find it a bit overwhelmed, whatever. What will they get to come and join your masterclass on Monday, Lisa?
Yeah, so on the masterclass is going to be 8 p.m. UK time on a Zoom link. So you do have to register for it because we've got over 4,000 people registered, which has also blown our minds. So now we're having to upgrade all the Zooms and things. What I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be bringing together, if you didn't hear the challenge, I'm going to be talking about what we did in the challenge so that you still know, so you still understand it all. And then I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes of my business and showing you literally line by line how I made 3 million in 2020 during a pandemic. So I will show you where all the money came from, like what I put out there, how much it was, everything, so that you can keep it real. Because with me, when I first started, I wanted to know how people were making these sums of money and no one would tell me. So I'm going to be really open and just show you how it's being made so that you can do the same thing. Because if I can do it and if, you know, Donna and Cheryl can do it, then you can do it. Like, we're not special.
I love that. And when you did that, so I remember, I think you posted one something like last April, about a month after we'd met you, and you posted saying like, this is how much passive income. I screenshotted it. I think our girlfriend the other time went, oh my God, because we were still not even in our we were like going into our 3rd year and we've trebled each year. So we've made like $500,000 this year and 3/4 of the whole business. So it's like momentum. A screenshot I sent to Cheryl going, #goals. Like, this is going to be what we're, because, and like, that's so inspiring. And I know you said sometimes people will say, oh, it's about you post about money. Well, then if that's not what you want to say, scroll on. But for us, that's about women having impact. That's
why I do it. Like, if I had been, when I was growing up in poverty, if I could see some people that were a bit like me talking about money, showing that it was possible, I would have got there quicker. The problem was I didn't see anyone like that, because there's this whole thing in the UK about money being vulgar to talk about. And so no one talks about it. And so you don't know what's possible, because it's like a taboo subject. So I'm really open. I show my bank statements online. You've seen it all. Like, I will show my Stripe account. I want people to see that this is possible for them. And if that turns some people off, they're probably not the people, you know?
Exactly. They're not your people. 100%. As Yvette, and Yvette did one to many with you last year, Lisa, and loved it. Consistency is queen. One to many last year, more so that I can help my clients this year. It's my turn, bringing the beautiful recurring revenue stream. Yes, and got elite mastermind ladies in our group now as well, which is just amazing. There's something else I was going to ask you about there, and just got out of my head. Honestly, this is like welcome to the mid-40s, late 40s now. It's just like,
tell me about it.
But it's really exciting. I've dropped the link in there, and we'll keep dropping it. It'll say it's Join Lisa's challenge, and you can join the challenge, and in there you'll get the links and register for Zoom and everything like that. And you'll be able to see what's going on in the challenge. You'll be able to watch the replays. Oh, we've cut Lisa off.
Sorry, Lisa, we've cut your head off. But I've really been blown away by knowledge and positivity of Lisa. So much no-nonsense advice and great ideas, not just from Lisa, but all the other members in the group. It makes you realise anything is possible.
Anything really is possible. And I don't care how much money you had when you started, how bloody old you are. If somebody else says, but I'm in my 40s or 50s, I'm like, I get offended by that now, because I'm straddling both. Like, it doesn't matter if you've got kids, it doesn't matter. Like, none of us have come from wealthy backgrounds, and we're all doing nothing.
We've all done that, haven't we? Like, I do remember when I first started looking at people who were successful, giving me all these excuses. Like, I was giving myself excuses like, yeah, but she probably had money already from like her parents to set this up, or well, maybe she doesn't need the money because she lives with somebody that's already earning a packet, or well, this person's making money because she doesn't have kids, so she doesn't have to worry about that, and this person's making money because she's a size 6, and so she looks prettier than me, and I won't be able to because I'm a size 16. And there's all these things that we tell ourselves, and it's all excuses to stop us doing it, so that we feel that we don't need to fail. It's easier, isn't it?
The fear is to say, show me the money. Oh, Beth, I love you. Men women, absolutely, it's not a key. I remember my question. One thing as well, just to hit everyone with before you go, is you also speak openly about, you do the mindset work, you do the money mindset work. You don't just go, it is about the tools, knowing how to do the job, but it's the inner work as well. It's reaching new levels. Yeah,
you need both. And actually, I wouldn't have got where I've got. There's no way I would be earning multi-7 figures without the mindset work. I would have got to a certain level with the strategy, but it would have slowed me right down, because your mindset has to catch up with it, and you have to believe that you can get where you want to go to. And that belief comes from doing the inner work on yourself.
Yeah. Amen to that. I mean, obviously, we're going to love that strapline, Lisa. Charlie's going to go back, watch it all and catch up. You will love the energy in there, Charlie, because you liked our big group when we did ours last month. So, and Wendy, who's one of our elite masterminds, I have so many new ideas this week, rocking it, being fab in the challenge. So thank you so much for all the service that you're bringing to these. And I've said to everybody, even if you like, the challenge itself will change your life if you're ready to do the work and, you know, like literally do the homework that you're giving people. That in itself will change lives. The Masterclass is amazing, but One to Many is a really, really special program for those people who are serious about wanting to make some recurring revenue.
And it's out Monday. How does the law of attraction work with Race to Recurring Revenue? How it works is, if you are open to putting the actions in place that I'm giving you in the challenge, so like I give a challenge each day, if you believe that the universe has your back, and that actually what the bit that you need to do is do the actions, inspired action, be inspired by the action I'm telling you to do, and know that by following it, you'll get to where you're supposed to get to. And even if the ideas don't come, just by putting it out there that you want those ideas to come and doing the steps, you'll get it, because it works well together.
Amazing.
And you'd be amazing at that. Wendy's program is the Heartfulness Mum program, all about helping troubled teens, which is amazing. So like a lot of women need to know about her services.
Absolutely.
Incredible. So thank you so much, Lisa. Let's not leave next time.
Come on and have another chat.
Is there anything else that's exciting coming up that you want the guys to know about? Because obviously I want them to follow you, because I know you've got loads in the pipeline.
There's so much going on. I'm going to be doing a big stage this year in the UK, which is going to be announced very soon. I'm going to Necker Island with Richard Branson in September. There's lots of stuff going on. And it's all on my Instagram stories. So go follow me over there at Lisa Johnson Strategist. You will see.
I love your Instagram. I love your Instagram. It's always entertaining. I like when you go shopping for handbags. Particularly.
Most people like it when I get drunk. They're like, oh, Lisa's drunk. Keep your eye on her Instagram stories.
Or when you book a holiday, I'm like, where's this one? Where did you get that one? She's like, book it. I'm like, okay. Right. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you really soon.
Bye.
Bye.